Hey guys, Evan here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. So guys, I was browsing MMO Champion and the Wowhead sites and happened to notice there was a Legion Alpha build for 20,914, which is due to go on the Alpha at some point. I kind of wanted to go through the changes and hopefully help the Blizzard staff, as well as give you guys some feedback on my opinions on these changes, and hopefully come together across a better warrior in Legion. So let's get started guys. So Bladestorm has been changed and now there's 240% weapon damage up from 160, which I think is really nice. I mean, Bladestorm has been lacking in damage for quite some time now, and it's about time this ability became back and became an iconic warrior ability again. I'm kind of happy with that. Bladestorm for offhand is also 240%, but it does 50% weapon damage, so it's only 120, but that's still more than Armed Bladestorm. For Arms does have other abilities like Rend and stuff like that to make up for the lack of actually having the extra damage that Fury would get. And we do also have AoE Colossus Smash, which will make Bladestorm insane. Now, the next change is Charge. It's now got a 1 second cooldown, which it didn't before, which pretty much means that you won't be able to charge like you are on live with double time. Execute offhand, we'll skip this for now because there's a change down below for Fury and we'll talk about that in a minute. Stormbolt offhand now does 90% weapon damage and stunning attack at 4 seconds, which pretty much means Stormbolt is the exact same. Now we're going to the talents. Anger Management for Arms. For every time Rage, you reduce the cooldown of Recklessness by 1 second. For Protection, every time Rage that you spend, reduce the remaining cooldown of Blast Stand and Shield Wall by 1 second. I don't know why it says Fury there, because Fury doesn't actually have that talent. Carnage reduces the amount of Rage cost by 40 Rage. They remove the fact that Rampage consumes all Rage when you increase damage proportion spent, so pretty much means it's only going to reduce the cost of it by 40 Rage instead of giving you extra damage like it would have done before. Endless Rage, your auto attacks now generate 50% additional Rage. Now it used to just say all attacks, now it's just auto attacks. Next one is Heroic Strike. Heroic Strike is now being changed and it looks really nice. Heroic Strike now increases the damage of your next mortal strike and causes you to increase your damage by 165% of your attack power. Additional damage stacks up to 3 times. This ability is not on the global cooldown. I kind of like the look of this one. This one has a good feel to it. Because if you get 3 stacks of this and you combine it with the PvP talent, which increases your mortal strike damage by 50%, as well as getting a Colossus Smash on top and stacking a shit ton of mastery, you could potentially get a 1267% mortal strike damage, which sounds quite insane. I would have to test this on the actual alpha myself if I ever got access, but I feel like this could be quite nasty if used right, but we'll see. I mean, I'm going to work it out and see what happens. The next one is Heroic Strike. This is a Fury version of it. It says, focus your rage of your next rampage, causing it to deal same amount of damage, additional damage, stacks it 3 times. So you could then do the same thing as well. You could get 3 stacks of Heroic Strike and whack out an insane rampage, which I feel like would be pretty nice. Massacre, execute critical strikes, cause your next rampage, consume that rage, and deal 100% increased damage. Now that sounds pretty nice to me, honestly. I quite like the look of that. Meat Grinder, for 8 seconds after using war range, your rampage will strike 4 additional targets for 50% weapon damage, which does sound quite nice. Opportunity Strikes for Arms. Your melee attacks have a 60% chance, up from 30% chance, based on target specific health, to trigger an additional attack that hits 200% weapon damage, physical damage. That sounds pretty nice. It's pretty much like Opportunity Strikes used to be in MOP, but instead it's doing 200% weapon damage instead of 55, and it has a 60% chance instead of, what was it, 30% or something before. So this is quite nasty guys. I like the look of that. Outburst, Berserker Rage now enrages you for 5 seconds and its cooldown reduced by 30 seconds. I kind of like that. I mean, does that mean you've got like a good system with Berserker Rage? I'm not too sure with that one. Overpowered, instantly overpowered, causing 375% weapon damage, up from 250% physical damage. Close block dodge are parried. Overpowered, 6% critical strike chance. Your attacks have a chance to activate overpower. Holy shit guys. 250% up to 375? Oh yeah. Rogue's gonna pay, man. I swear to God, Rogues have made my life a misery this expansion, and it's time to get some payback, baby. Reckless Abandon reduces the cooldown of Reckless, which is now called Battle Cry, by 50% and causes it to generate 100 rage. Sounds alright. I mean, I don't really think we like that, but honestly, we'll see. There's better talents that you can choose. Rend has also had its damage increased. Rend now does 150% of your attack power, up from 96.6, which means that Rogue didn't even have even more than hard a time. Armed Shockwave actually does 234% weapon damage, 0.4 of your attack power, and slain for 4 seconds. Same with Fury. Arms does slightly more damage than Fury, but Fury's still gone up from 125 to 187%, 0.5. Stormbolt holds your weapon, causing additional 90% weapon damage, up from 60%. This works before, just does target for 4 seconds. Slight damage increase, I guess it's okay. Here's the nice ones that we've been waiting for, guys. Oh yeah, baby. Execute, attempt to finish in a foe, causing 200% weapon damage instead of 135. So Execute is going to hit even harder, guys. It's going to be insane. Physical damage to the target, consuming 3% rage, deal up to 405% weapon damage. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. That's insane, man. Can't wait to test that out, baby. I mean, it's going to be crazy. Mortal Strike also has his damage increased, up from 225% to 350% weapon damage. So remember what I was saying before, guys, we got 3 stacks of Heroic Strike, and now we got Mortal Strike damage increased, and we have Colossal Smash on top, as well as the PvP talent. So I really feel that this could deal a shit ton of damage, but like I said, I'd have to test it. Slam has also had its damage increased. Slam now does 225% weapon damage, up from 150, which pretty much makes it the exact same as it was in MOP, which I feel is a needed change, and it doesn't stack like it did before, so it's pretty much Slam from MOP. I'm happy with this. It only costs 15 rage as well. Good GG Blizzard, thank you so much. Battle Cry is pretty much just Recklessness, but it does have a 100% increased critical strike chance, which I quite like. Next one is Fury. Fury has had its damage increased on Execute on the offhand and main hand, up to 625%. Now, this does look better than the armed version, but like I say, does 50% weapon damage from offhand, and also at the same time, Arms has Colossal Smash, so it'll probably even out to be about the same on both Arms and Fury, but we'll see. Rampage unleash a series of 5 Brutal Strikes over 2 seconds for a total of % weapon damage. It doesn't say how much. Physical damage. Rampage always does damage as if you were enraged. That sounds quite nice. I like the look of that. Protection. Bastion defense increases your block chance by 15% and your dodge chance by 2%. It used to reduce the cooldown of shield wall by 1 minute, and it no longer does that. I feel like this is a much needed change because tanks using shield wall too often is not a great thing. Defensive stance. A tanking stance that reduces the damage taken by 0%, well, down from 20%. So this means tanks are going to take more damage. Increases your generate blah 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 PvE shit. Pretty much means that defensive stance is no longer a reduced damage thing, which is probably why they removed stances from Arms and Fury. I'm hoping they will give us more defensive abilities to make up for that, but we'll see. Demoralize out. Demoralize all enemies within 10 yards. Used to be 0, I'm guessing that was a tooltip error. Reduce the damage they do to you by 20% for 8 seconds. It's now 1.5 minute cooldown, up from 60 seconds. Focus Rage is now had its name changed back to Heroic Strike for protection, and instead of focusing your rage into, heroically increase the damage of your next Devastate Shield Slam, causing 105% attack power, weapon damage, and stacks up to 3 times. His ability has a global cooldown, so I'm guessing this is going to be like the prot version of it. I kind of like that they all have a version of Heroic Strike, bringing back the old mechanics. I kind of like this. I'm going to be having a lot of fun for this. I feel like it's going to be insane. Shield Wall now has a 4 minute cooldown and still reduces damage by 40%. Waving Sentinel has been changed and now gives you 10% stamina instead of 15, and reduces the chance the parry will critically hit attacks melee by 6%, and reduces the chance attacks will parry by 3%. I used to reduce the rage cost of Thunderclap by 100%, so I'm guessing you will have to use Thunderclap with rage now, but that's all good. So guys, we're going through all of these changes. I feel like that Warriors are in a good spot damage wise. Looking at these changes, I feel like Warriors are going to be more damage based and less of a CC based class. So I feel like that will impact us slightly as regards to being CC'd, but at the same time, if a warrior is fast and quick, you can probably take somebody down quickly. So when you're going to have some sick crits and montages and stuff like that, not sure we'll be relying just as much on healers, but all in all, I feel like these changes are a good thing to Warriors, and I feel like that we'll have some sick, epic AoE Bladestorms if you combine it with the PvP talent for Colossus Smash, AoE target, 5 target Shockwave, pop Bloodbath, pop Bladestorm, pop Avatar, pop your 100% crit recklessness, all that good stuff, and with Bladestorm's damage being increased, that's all gonna leave somebody in a lot of pain, as well as having massive executes, massive mortal strikes and slams coming out of this, as well as a lot of good things. I feel like that Arms is in a good spot. Fury has had some nerfs and buffs here. I feel like that Fury will be in a good spot too. Protection seems to have been nerfed in PvP, and I feel like that's a good change as well. I feel like that Protection only should have a place in PvE, but that's just my opinion. Some people like tank specs, and that's all good for you, but I'm more of a in-your-face damage guy, and that's where I prefer. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I feel like that through all these changes, Blizzard have done a good job, but they should keep some defensive abilities, as well as this slam ability. I think they should make a change to the PP talent that has increased 40% chance on slam to give you a heal for 10%. I feel like that should be a passive thing rather than an actual talent. Therefore, Arms could still choose to have their die by the sword and have a heal on top as well, which would definitely be a more welcome change for Warriors than what they currently have on the alpha right now. Anyways guys, that's enough of my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys will give me some of your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always guys, this is Evylyn out. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.